going back to Lech Lecha, right? So several meanings, as I said. It's an invitation to go on a journey with God for Abraham's benefit. But also, it means go to yourself, meaning find your true self. Go on an inner journey again with God and find your true self in God, in relation to God. And with the first Lech Lecha, he had to leave behind everything he had known until that point. He had to leave behind his family, all earthly attachments, all physical attachments. And then in the second Lech Lecha, he is put on a journey to leave behind all emotional, mental attachments to the very promises and their fulfillment that God made. The first Lech Lecha, he had all these promises that God made to him. In the second Lech Lecha, there's no promises made. There's only a call to make a sacrifice. Let go of everything. If you find your identity in the promises that God made to you, that is a temporary identity. It's here today, gone tomorrow. When you're dead, guess what? Your son's going to die. His descendants are going to die. Nothing's going to be left from this world. So come and find, just like we read the other day, a few episodes ago in, what was it, chapter 16 or 17, where God said, Abraham, I am your shield and your great reward. And Abraham said, but what are you going to give me? And we discussed how, God had given him everything except for the one thing that Abraham really wanted, the one thing that God really promised, which was his son. But from that moment on, Abraham was invited to understand that everything is fleeting, everything is temporary, that is physical. God is eternal. I am your shield. I am your great reward. You think, oh, these are your reward for your faith and your obedience. Guess what? Those are nothing. I, God Almighty, am your reward. And Abraham's whole ministry, his whole life, is bookended on either side by these two Lech Lechas, by these two journeys. It's a model for our lives. Come for the food, stay for the company, as some say. Come for all the benefits that God offers, but stay for the Creator Himself. That's how you grow in faith. God gives you the little bit of faith to just open up and say yes to the first journey so you can get all the blessings. And then your faith grows to a point where all those blessings, they don't matter nothing. They're nothing in my eyes. They're gone.
It's just being in the presence of Him.
Yeah.